Fucking childish, bro.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Out of the gun to give to the back. Thrust that arm out. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. Grab near the marker, it's Harvard. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And and you want to run the football. And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They boot it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to throw, it's Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, they're coming off a national championship win last year. You got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So there's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. The Longhorns want to move quickly. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Surging forward on the sneak. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Got it in the middle, it's Wingo.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Lockett. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Bird Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Baxter. Turning it on. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Touchdown, Texas! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give on the inside. Got the 1st down and more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. He unleashes a long one. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's Wingo. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for a crease. It's Baxter. At the 45 on his way. Wide open spaces. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. USC is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up 14 over Fresno State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He'll try the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride. The run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Got his man on the right. That's a fumble. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just could bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete. There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And a great job on the QB, finding a running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Wants to go up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Breaks the tackle. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
South Carolina.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Here's a heat. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal. Can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
How about that second receiving touchdown of the ball game? Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Manning. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Hauls it in. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's the handoff. Powers through the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Manning. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Big, big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
On the run, it's Baxter. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground. There's not much left. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it one more yard to get it in. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And Nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the two. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Pressure coming. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sack on the two-point try. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Escapes trouble. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
South Carolina, 14.
The Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They go right back to it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Manning. He's got his man across the middle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
And the Longhorns have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. The sure hands, it's Baxter. Got room at the 35. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Winston. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Release to the back. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him this time. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Snap in the shotgun. Looking to scramble. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Timeout called by the defense as their 1st of the half, as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll line up to go for 2. Snapped it in the shotgun. It's complete to the right. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Rides the back and leaves it. Nifty run there. Pick up of 6 out to the 25.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the 2nd half.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Got some room, entered the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Pocket breaking down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
That keeps the score. Texas 33, South Carolina.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38.
First and 10.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Going over the top. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
On to attempt to try. And it's up and good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by 28 to UCLA. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Texas offense. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Looking downfield, it's Manning. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pulls it in. It's Jacobs. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back.
Going for the big play. It's picked off. You don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Back to pass. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He'll run into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the trickery pays off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Straight ahead from inside. The ball pops out on the return. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball in there.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's going to take off. Past the 45. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick them up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the back. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They're working that left side. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can spell the touchdown from here. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. The option look. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Under fire. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
I I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
So now it's second and long. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Manning. Here's the pressure. Makes a grab for a big play. Gashes him in the middle. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Virginia is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame.
And the returner is stopped. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Bringing the heat. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships.
Wide open, he makes the catch. Flying out to the left. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it.
21.
Here's the return from inside the 25.
Return.
Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Sellers. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
I love when you back the defense off me. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Lets it fly. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous party game, the consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live it.
He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season.